What is going on, you guys? It is Showboy Knots, and we're back on YouTube with another video. Yes, that's right, Devlog 3. Okay, if you haven't watched the other two, obviously go check this out. This is the third one for the Slay the Spire Dungeons & Dragons inspired game that I've been working on for almost a year now. Now, look, I don't know how to make video games, but I've played a lot. I know a bunch of different things in terms of what I want out of a game and things that I want implemented. So when I started working on my Dungeons & Dragons monster keeping campaign and decided to make a companion game that also went with it, I knew I was going to be up for a task. So if you haven't seen the other ones, I decided to use Cursor AI as well as some other AI programs just to help me kind of get the game going. And almost a year later, girl, we got a game. This video is just another update, but more so than it being an update, it's going to be another playthrough video, but I want you to see all of the awesome things that we have added since then. When I say we, not just me, been working on this with a couple of my friends and roommates, so thank you guys as well for all of the help on making our game what it is so far. You can't play this game anywhere. It's not up on anything for you guys to play yet, but I want you guys to check it out because one day I might upload it for you to see. There's a lot of new things in this game. There's a lot of new characters. There's all kinds of new features from enhancement sigils and Ember Stock Shop, all kinds of different things. But I'd rather just show you guys. So it'll be a playthrough from the beginning with a new account. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, we are here once again in Cursor AI. Now, Cursor AI is what is connected to Godot, the game engine that we are using. And they talk to each other in a way where I don't have to do a lot of work. I mean, that's a lie. Hours and hours and hours of work on my end. I've definitely got into this and a lot of trial and error to get it to where it is now. It's crazy when you work on something like this because there's so many little things that other people don't see. But either way, we're going to check it out now. So I'm going to press F5. We're going to get this game loaded up and we're going to check it out. Aegis Academy of Keepers, beta build version 4.6. Now I update the number based off of significant changes. So at this point, it's pretty significant. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to click new game here. You can see now that there's 5 slots instead of 3 because definitely need more. Some of the things you're going to notice when you look at these slots, you'll also see now that you can see like the word insane and normal because we added difficulties. Still playing with those and balancing those a little bit, but I'm going to click this slot on the bottom and I'm actually just going to override it. And we are going to make a brand new profile, a fresh game from scratch. And I'm just going to call this, once again, hi YouTube. Hey YouTube, what up? Boom. All right, keeper select screen. So of course, we're going to have to point out the elephant in the room. And by that, I mean on the bottom right, opening soon, there's this little symbol here and you can see market underneath it and kind of like a drape thing and a little person setting up shop. That's because this is a new feature to the game. It is an Ember Stock market, but you guys actually can't check this out until after you've at least started a game. You can't have a score of 0, otherwise it won't unlock. So I'm going to show you that a little bit later, but let's go ahead and skip through a little bit. I want to show you, of course, we have Elias Vason, the fighter. Remember, it's based off of Dungeons & Dragons, so there's going to be different classes and races. We do have our boy Callum is still locked. We kind of showed him in the last video. This guy here and this guy here. So these first 4 characters have been in the game for a minute, but I've added more. We have another guy that needs 20,000 score to unlock. We have another chick that needs 30,000, and then another one that needs 50,000. A lot of different characters, not included the secret locked one, which we're going to hope to try and unlock in this video. I wanted to do it last video, but I didn't get all of the requirements, so I'm going to show you. Actually, now that I think about it, it wasn't even in the last version of the game, so that'll be new for you too. But rather than waste time, let's go ahead and click our fighter and just start this game from the beginning. Oh yeah, normal, harder, insane. What are we going to play on? I'm just going to do normal mode. The biggest thing with hard and insane is some of the enemies, of course, get stronger. There's fewer nodes, so like there's less rest nodes and things like that, and more elite nodes, so you kind of have to like strategize a little bit more. But you do get more gold and more score, which is great because gold is used at the Ember Stock Shop between games, and the score is used to unlock new characters. So, you know, it could work out for your favor. But let's go ahead and click normal. I'm going to skip this opening thing. This hasn't changed. This is the opening narration, so we'll just skip that for now. But there is going to be some new narrations, and I'll let those play out when we get to those. Okay, this is also new. It's these like advice screens. It's kind of like a fake loading screen that I've added. Technically, they don't even need to be in there, but I decided to put them in to kind of have little nuggets of information to kind of get given to the player as like a way to kind of help them learn stuff throughout the game that they may not notice. I'm going to skip our tutorials. On the top bar over here, right away, some new changes. You will notice that there is a normal text written there that just tells the player what game mode they're on. And you're also going to see here our potion slots look a little bit better. We have this little potion UI thing behind it just to kind of clean it up a little bit. I felt like it was just kind of floating in space, so I wanted to kind of clean that up as well. But yes, so save slots, all that stuff, potions, we're on the right track, but let's get into our game. So of course, Elias Vason has the Flame Tongue Dagger, so all of his attacks will deal an additional 1 damage. So it's great for a starting character because you're able to kind of, get through stuff a little bit better. Let's look at this map node generation. So I do need to get some elite nodes. Let me actually show you our menu screen again, because I'm gonna show you some more cool stuff. So for the most part, it looks the same, except now when you hover over cards, you can actually see what the upgraded version of the card will be if you choose to upgrade it over on the side. I thought that was a really important feature just to kind of like help you strategize a little bit better about what you want to do with your deck as you go along. You're also going to see on the bottom left here, view and equip enhancement sigils. This is a new feature. Now, in my D&D game that this is based off of, the Keepers, the monster catchers, they have these enhancement sigils that can be used to make their characters, their creatures even stronger. And that's exactly what this is. I don't have any sigils yet, so that's not going to matter, but we're going to get some. Don't worry, we'll definitely get some. On the bottom right over here, you are going to see this little symbol here. Right now, it's kind of just flashing. When you hover over it, it says, a mysterious clasp found its way into your satchel. There are spots for 3 gems. So this is one of those things that is, I don't really talk about too much in the actual like coding in the game. Like there's not like details that really tell you about this. It's kind of one of those things that as you unlock it, you'll start to figure out more about what this is and what it does. And I'll tell you now, it has to do with the secret boss at the end and the secret unlockable character. So that's what that's there for. As of right now, we have not gotten any of the gems needed for that. Another thing I want to talk about, I moved all the UI over here to the right. It used to kind of be in the bottom because I have some new stuff on here. And one of those new features is a compendium. Now let me show you this. The compendium is crazy because the compendium is exactly that. It is something I added to track the game's progress. So how many cards have you seen? How many sigils? How many potions? All of those things can be checked out in here and you can kind of like see how much you've seen. So we'll see here on a fresh new profile, 4 out of 209 cards. Because our attack cards, our dodge cards, our shield bash and power strike, those are part of his starting deck. So that's why we see those there. And then there's a ton of new cards that I've been adding because I've added all kinds of new characters and new mechanics. Loads and loads of stuff. We have 1 out of 49 magic items, of course. You can see those there as well. Sorry, our Flame Tongue Dagger. The potions, 17 of those total. And then enhancement sigils, there are 18 different enhancement sigils that are now in our game. Another cool thing, it's going to take forever, but if you actually complete your compendium and you get all of these, you unlock a new game mode that allows you to play the game building a custom deck with like whatever cards you want. Just kind of as a hey, you completed like the hardest part of the game. Here you go, a new game mode. So there's technically 3 game modes in this game. Your normal game mode for each character, the create your own custom deck, and then 1 more game mode that is unlocked when you get the secret character, which we'll hopefully do in this run. So let's go ahead and click back, and I'm gonna get us back to our main menu of our map, and let's get it going. Alrighty. In terms of what path I want to take, now I definitely want to hit this, hit an elite node so I can show you guys, and we can try and unlock that boss character. But let's click. What am I gonna do here? If I go down, I'm gonna click the second node, and we can hit shop and trim up our deck a little bit. I'll show you that as well. Okay. Finally, some action, yes. So we are fighting our wolf, and I'm going to kind of breeze through a lot of this. So 3 damage plus the extra 1, boom, boom, boom. He's going to do 3 damage to me. I'm going to just finish him off real quick. Now, I'm actually going, in this case, to capture a creature, just because I'm gonna need a creature. But you will notice, it's kind of, you might be able to see, there's a little on the card. Now, you can't tell when I zoom in, but you can see that there, right next to the wolf, there's an exclamation point. And that is something that you're going to see throughout the game so that players can see if they've put it in their compendium or not, and it's a new card or not. So in this case, we've yet to see the wolf. It's a new profile, so brand new card. So let's get the wolf card to add to our compendium and continue our run. Okay, shop scene is next. Now our shop scene over here is going to have a couple of new things. Now, once again, you're going to see those exclamation points like I mentioned on the top left of all these cards so that you can tell if it's a card or a potion or a magic item you haven't seen yet. But there's some other things on here as well that are important to check out. For example, on the bottom here, there's a sell card option. This is great because it's a way for you to get some money for your cards as well as clearing out your deck a little bit. So I'm going to sell this card for 15 gold. There's a sell potion thing here. I don't have any potions yet, so it is blurred out. And there's a sigil exchange thing over here as well. I'll show you that later when we get a sigil, but we don't have any yet. But it's a way for you to like trade or sell sigils you have to, help your profile. Otherwise, we have 157 gold, so a Frost Elixir is always solid. This is a Shield Bash Plus, which is great because it's already upgraded, so I am actually going to take that because that's a great card. And deal 2 damage, ignores armor is pretty solid. I don't think I'm going to take any more of these cards. What is Banner of Retribution? Draw a card for each enemy that dealt damage to you last turn. Can't afford that. Okay, I think we're gonna actually leave with this and keep the gold we have. Another thing too is with the Ember stock market I was referring to is gold is going to be important because the gold that you have at the end of the run is what you use for that shop. So gold becomes more of a currency that you kind of want to not use all the time because you might want it to unlock some things. So this symbol here is our, I don't remember if this was in the last one, but I've changed it from a little fire thing to a dorm because they're in school. It's the dorm scenes and it's your rest scenes. Most of these are the same. I don't remember last time if I had it as a feature. Personal training before used to just give you more HP, but now you can actually use it to also trim out your deck as well. So a great way to kind of like, you know, make your deck more viable. I'm gonna click Forge though and upgrade again. Let's upgrade our other Shield Bash. Another thing here, you can also now see what does the upgraded version look like. Do I want to do that or not? Little quality of life things that the more and more I've played over this almost year of working on this game, I've realized I've been wanting to implement. So we'll click yes and get that upgraded. Okay, now I'm actually gonna go and do a combat. All right, we are now in combat. Let's get this stuff going. We're gonna Shield Bash, boom, get some extra armor. Deal some damage. He's already almost toast. This poor goblin did not stand a single chance. And boom, he is gone. Okay, so I want to show you something else new. On choose a card, the way that card logic works in this game is the first 2 cards are going to be cards from that player's set. So you're always going to be cards related to whoever you're playing as. And then the other 2 are cards that are in our reward pool. So they're cards that you are able to pull from. Now, since this is a fresh profile, we have no characters unlocked. We have purchased nothing from the Ember stock market. So it's going to be only the basic cards. So literally the basic set and companion creature card like set as well. I actually want to show you as well on the bottom here, there's now a reroll option because I felt nice. There's so much content now that I wanted to make the, you know, deck building process not too tedious. So you do have the option to do a reroll and I'm going to click that. So I get 1 reroll. It does a nice, lovely reroll here. Actually, I want this taunt card. It gains 3 armor and applies weak only for 2 cost. We'll take that bad boy because weak is a great status condition in this game. Okay, cool. Let's go up to, oh wait, I want to hit this event node, so we are going to do another combat, because I want to show you that event node. Attacks me for 1 damage. I don't want to lose any life this time, so let's get a dodge in, a power strike. This bat's going to be easy. Attack. Okay, great. I got an achievement up here. Win a combat, taking 0 HP. We love achievements, plus they help your score, so that's always good. And we'll choose a card. Okay, gain 4 armor, deal damage equal to your armor. Shield Slam is so good. I mean, being able to deal damage equal to your armor in this first character build is one of like the best builds you can do. So we're definitely going to take a Shield Slam and move on to our elite node. Now, hopefully we don't lose here. I have 16 HP, so I don't know how well this is going to do, but we're going to give it a shot. You Aegis Academy kids don't know what you're up against. So I got a little mini boss battle here. This is based off of an actual part of the D&D campaign that this is from. The whole game is, of course. But let's fight this little mini boss. So I can actually deal gain 2 armor and apply weak. Gained 3 armor, I mean. Yeah, gained 3 armor. And then I can use Shield Slam for 1. Love that. He's going to attack me for 3 damage. I actually don't want to take that. I want to keep my armor up, so let's use the Frost Elixir. We'll apply that to him. He's now frozen. I don't think this was in the last video either, but I've now added these graphics as well for all the different status conditions, as well as kind of like been experimenting with the formatting so that it's a little easier to read. I think the status condition graphics just visualize what's happening a lot better. So yeah, cool. He couldn't do anything. It's my turn again. I'm going to dodge to gain more armor, and then we'll Shield Bash. Ooh, love that. Yeah, get that extra hit in. Beautiful. Let's get us a wolf out here so he can start taking some damage for us if we need to. All right, phase 2 just triggered, so my soulstone's regenerated as well as his chimera spawning. So let me go ahead and finish using these cards and end my turn. Okay, honestly, we're not looking too bad here because I can kind of weaken these guys and finish them off slowly, but the shield output is going to help a lot. So that's that. Apply weak to him and finish him off. Boom. Now we just have to worry about this Chimera hatchling. Honestly, do pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, easy peasy. Kind of flying through this a little bit. I guess I could have dodged that and made that even better. But, boom. Okay, all elite nodes, all of the elite nodes now will have an enhancement sigil as a reward. So that's a, you know, a perk and another reason to go to these enhancement sigil elite node things. There's a couple different options here. I think I'm actually going to take when creature gains armor, player gains armor. Ooh, that would be really good. Creatures attack, heal it for 1 HP. Yeah, enhancement sigil, life drain mantle. Creatures attacks, heal it for 1 HP. I'll take that. I am going to capture this creature because the Chimera hatchling is an AoE creature, so that's really, I mean, that's solid. We'll definitely take him. Beautiful. Love that for us. Okay, I'm going to show you now. We're going to go to our menu here. I'm going to click my enhancement sigils, and I'm going to equip the one we just got. So now you can see that our little sigil has that on there. Lovely. We love to see it. You can actually right-click it, I believe, right? Right-click? I thought we could right-click. Yeah, you can right-click to unequip them as well. Cool. Back. Let's get going. All right, another event here. I've added a couple new events. I want to add a lot more. This is stuff I'm still tweaking. There's also some features and functions that are listed in these that don't necessarily happen. But I'm just going to take the tome but don't open it. Like this, it says you'll start your next fight weekend. That's not going to happen. That's something I still got to fix and adjust, or maybe even just change completely, because I haven't gotten those to work yet. But another combat, we're almost done with Act 1. A Magma Method. I did go and change some of the sprites because I hated what I had before, and now this Magma Method sprite looks a lot like the card. It also looks way more badass. So let's go ahead and box that guy. I'm gonna dodge, shield bash. Yeah. Chimera hatchling, give him some damage in there. Chimera hatchling again. He is gained life drain mantle. Creature heals for 1 HP. Oh, I think I have that set wrong. I think I have it to where when the creature attacks, he gains HP. I need to adjust that. All right, cool. We're gonna choose a card here. We are going to pick another one. I'm going to re-roll because these all suck. Inspiration's really great. Gain soulstones equal to your max soulstone amount and banish, but this also gains 2 armor, deal 2 damage, and draw a card, which is still also really good. But I'm going to take inspiration because I like soulstone replenishes because that's our resource. And we are moving on to another node here. Let's actually, I'm going to long rest because I don't want to roll up into this boss battle and lose because I wasn't rested. And now we are here on our Act 1 boss fight. All right, we are fighting Callum, and it looks like Callum has a Prism-born Iron Fur Bear. My D&D campaign has some custom creatures, such as an Iron Bear, and this one is a Prism-born, which is like the rare, shiny versions, which are stronger and have better abilities. Get a wolf out here. We're gonna start ticking away. I'm gonna go after Callum first, because young Callum over there is quite a beast. Yeah, they've already killed my guy here. That is no bueno. I'm gonna get him a little weak so that his attacks deal less damage. The problem is Callum here has the ability to freeze me, which he's gonna do, and that sucks because then I can't do anything. So like I can't play any cards this turn, which means I'm probably about to die. So I'm in my turn. I lose my conditions. They're gonna go, and sometimes the game does glitch. Like it looks like just now it glitched to where the enemy actually didn't have a turn, which is not something that's good for, you know, gameplay wise, but it's great for you when you don't want to die. So something I still got to fix as well. But either way, we are going to keep going. I need to get this Callum guy out of here because he is literally my worst nightmare with that freeze ability. But this stupid bear, though, he's just cranking out damage. Okay, let's see if my hatchling can help a little bit. Oof. Not looking good. But we're gonna see. See, he's gonna apply freeze again, and I can't stand that. Okay, this isn't good. 4 HP, it's not good. I can almost defeat Callum. Okay, Callum is gone. But how can I get this bear down? It looks like he's about to gain armor or something. Also, it looks like the game's about to freeze again. Not freeze, but like not do their turn, which I've got to figure out what's going on there. I don't know why that's happening. It doesn't always do that, but it did it twice in a row in one combat, so we've got to figure out what's going on there. But shield bash, let's get a dodge in, and that'll be 8 damage. Okay, so realistically speaking, if they would have had their 2 turns, I probably would have been toast by now. Thankfully, taunt does give them weak, which makes them only deal 1 damage, so that's been pretty solid. Let's see. I say that it weakened, like I said, lowers the damage, so that only did 2 damage. 2 shield slam. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Barely beat that, to be honest. I am actually going to capture this Iron Fur Bear because it's a Prismborn. You can tell by the white border on the card, and these guys have an additional effect, which are really awesome, so we'll take that. And then I'll let you guys listen to the end of Act 1 narration. Shadow Prism is great. Every time you apply a debuff, gain a Soul Stone. That's great. So anyways, I'll be quiet and let you listen to the end of Act 1 narration.
The echoes of the duel fade, and the Academy returns to its usual calm. Torches burn steadily along the stone halls. Students gather their things. Lessons continue. Yet, something has shifted. This was meant to be practice. It did not feel like practice. As night falls over Aegis Academy, the wind carries the distant sound of wings. Somewhere beyond the walls, something older than the school is stirring, and you sense, for the first time, that your path here will not be a simple one.
I wanted to add these like end of act narrations just to kind of like help progress the story. They're kind of vague a little bit because it's for a D&D campaign, so I can't give too many spoilers. But you'll see there's some foreshadowing in here. Like it says, as night falls over Aegis Academy, the wind carries the distant sound of wings. And that's actually just foreshadowing to the Act 2 fight. So let's continue on to Act 2. It's going to generate us a lovely little map here. You'll see I got my Shadow Prism, so we got my 2 items. All right, I got some gold here I need to spend. I definitely need to get my way to a healing spot. There's no good maps here to let me go to a shop this map, I don't think, and get a rest in. Like, what am I gonna do? This is one fight and then a rest. This is one fight and then a rest. Ugh, these all suck. I do need to hit another elite node because you'll see it in my menu screen that right now this clasp here that I showed you earlier, now the silver one, it looks like there's some like numbers in it, like Roman numerals, and you hover over it, it says, inspired by your elite victory, you find the clasp now holds a silver gem. This is kind of trying to tell the player, like, do elite nodes and you'll get more of these, which is, I wanted it to kind of be one of those, like, if you know kind of things. So inspired by your elite victory, you find the clasp now holds a gem. The inspired part is also relevant to the boss because he's tied to like my D&D campaign, which all has to do with feeding off of inspiration. So that's kind of the idea there, but I didn't want to like, overload it with too much exposition. But let's get down here. Act 2 start at 4 health. There's a Prismborn bear gaining 4 armor and a goblin attacking for 5. None of that is good. What am I going to do? It's my turn and play for the best. Okay, cool. So they attacked the companion instead of me, which is cool. We'll get the bear out because I have a bear too, and I'm going to do my Prismatic Surge, which it's a random attack, so it doesn't. You don't have to target who you're attacking. There's only one feature here, so it'll only attack the bear. But it also applies a random effect, which is a debuff. The good thing about this Shadow Prism is every time I apply a debuff, I gain a Soul Stone. So because I applied that poison, I also got a debuff Soul Stone. So now I have a little bit more to play with here. Okay. The good thing about poison is poison eats through. It ignores armor basically, so that's always really good. Almost everything in my hand. He's gonna maul the player for 11 damage, but he's weak, so it won't do that much. I actually have some vulnerability here with us being able to taunt him with the prismatic surging. Also apply a second layer of weak. That'll be weak again. So actually, we're kind of flying through this. We got a lot of HP. Shout out our Iron Fur Bear and our new magic items. Because those are making this. Ooh. Yeah, and dead. Into combat with 5+ soul stones remaining, which isn't a lot. Even disappointing. You know, choose a card. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Pay to win. I love this card because it's exactly what it sounds like. Remove X gold and deal half of X damage rounded up. The only problem with this card is, you know, if you want to keep your gold for the Emberstock shop, then you're blowing it on a card. Like, is it important to survive or not? I think Riposte is the move here. Gain 3 armor and counter 2. Counter is great because you're going to counter some of your enemy's attacks. So we're actually going to take Riposte. Plus it gains armor. And that's one of our whole builds right now. Alright, we have another event note here. A roguish elf offers you a dice cup. Care to test your luck? Wager 50 gold or wager a card? I'm going to wager a card. I'm actually going to wager a dodge, because the option, I do know what the outcomes is, obviously. Either he's going to take the card or he's going to upgrade it, and in my case, both of those are great. It glows with arcane energy, your card is upgraded. Cool, so he upgraded my dodge, so it'll just be an upgraded dodge now. Ah, crap. Okay, bottom fight. Let's get through this fight, and then we'll be at a rest node. And there's another Prismborn creature, a Prismborn Flicker Fang Hound. Is going to attack with 2 damage. Nope. Armor for my new upgrade. I'm gonna post. You'll see the little counter swigglies around my character now. Yeah, that'll block all that. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So let's get this taken care of. Gain 2 armor, attack. Yeah, actually super doable with the fact that he's only got 1 enemy right now. So we're surviving on 4 HP and a prayer over here. Our bareback, Prism Surge, yeah. Cool, and this is just, you know, he's frozen now from the Prismatic Surge, even better. He's all fire, just keep boosting my shield damage and he's out. Easy peasy. Cool, let's check out some more cards. So, I'm actually going to take another Shield Slammer, because being able to deal damage equal to my armor in this build is perfect. Alright, let's get a rest in. We know we're going to need it. That 4 HP was not cutting it. Okay, we are back into another fight here. Let's see what we got going on. I'm going to gain armor. I'm going to dodge. We're going to dodge and see if we can take out... Almost. We were almost able to take out that imp. Not quite. Get us our bear. Ho. We are just flying through it. Done. Nothing. Like, literally, it's almost like I made the game. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I did. Ooh, Fighter's Command. Gain 5 armor. Channel, which channel just gives you power your next turn. We're going to take that. We're going to take that. Flying through Act 2. Coming up on this elite node soon. I might have spoke too soon. We got a Prismborn wolf. I mean, a Prismborn boar, and then a ghost over here. Let's see. Need to gain armor. Okay. Come on, boys. Okay. We're doing okay. We're struggling a little bit, but we're getting through. Okay, this little squiggly vulnerable, so he'll damage against him will do double. So this should actually do like 18 damage. Almost 10 damage. Yeah. Because of the armor. Beautiful. Alrighty. Okay. Prison. Born damage. Okay, another armor. This will kill. Stress is stressing, but okay, he's frozen. So we'll take out the ghost. And then all of these will just give us hella armor. 21 armor. We're so good. I'm not even worried. Boom, he's dead. Yeah, the armor build is cracked. Vital Strike's good because it deals damage and it heals you, and healing is pretty good. But I'm gonna reroll, see if we get something better. Moonbeam, deal 7 damage, apply vulnerable, deal 4 damage. If your armor is higher than your target HP, deal double damage and then gain freeze. I'm gonna take a Moonbeam. I love a Moonbeam. Love a Moonbeam in D&D and this. But now we're coming up on our Act 2 mini boss. So we've got one of our little girlies from the school here. She's got a boar, or a bear in this case. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully not die. The companion. Okay, yeah. We're still doing okay. Still doing okay. We need to absolutely find a better way. I am already down to 10 HP. That was so crazy quick. But we're going to get her down. We're going to get her down. I've got channel activated, which gives me extra soul stones on my turn. It's only one of them now, and a lot of what this character does that I'm finding is she's like a cleric, so she mostly gains like armor and stuff, so she shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, she ain't got nothing. Yeah. She's trying to stack up that armor though, but I didn't mean to play a wolf. I did not mean to play a wolf. Get our bear back in there. Boom, boom. Beautiful. Boom. Okay. Okay. This should deal a lot of damage. Dead. Another enhancement sigil. Player gains +5 armor when summoning a creature. We're taking that. Gain 4 armor for 2 cost. We'll take that as well. I'm going to equip our brand new sigil, the Guardian Shell. And now you can see here, we have another one. This one's a gold looking one. And when we cover over this one, it says more inspired victories, because, you know, we're hinting at the inspiration thing. And a new golden gem. You hear a mischievous laugh in your head, because the whole thing with the character that the boss is they feed off your inspiration. They're like a fey interdimensional creature, so they always kind of like giggle when you get inspired, and that's kind of the vibe there. But we have 2 of the 3, which means I only need 1 more to unlock the secret boss. I know last video when we got to the end of Act 3 boss, we actually died the game glitched, so we didn't get to finish the Act 3 boss. But my goal is to show you the new one. I'm gonna long rest again because we are coming up towards the end of this act. I don't want to roll up in here all dead. Okay. Let's actually personal training. This is going to let me remove a card from my deck. And because I have a full HP, the secret's going to kick in. And the secret actually will give me additional buffs. So let's take an attack card out because I don't really care about attacks. Additional +2 and a potion pouch. All fantastic. Love all of that for us because we had a full HP. All right, our Act 2 boss. I will tell you right now, this Act 2 boss is like a hard wall. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've died to this boss. So we'll see up here. I do have a 4th slot now because of that rest node and a new vial that applies a random buff or debuff. So who knows if that'll be good or bad, but let's go ahead. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what it does. It boosted the enemy. I hate that for us. So let's just do that, make them a little weaker. Yeah, it's still got the buff from the strength up, which sucks. I accidentally buffed the bad guy, but you know, that's how it goes. Alright, getting him somewhere. When is his buff gonna go away is the real question, because that's disgusting. Okay, there we go. I was like, are you ever gonna go away 2 turns? Like, come on, buddy. Cool. Chimera Hatchling. You know, I say hard wall, But phase 1 is actually doing pretty good right now. We're kind of flying through this a little bit. We've got a mad amount of HP because of, armor because of the fighter's command. This guy though, this really little red dragon wormling, can bite me for 13 damage. Disgusting. I'm gonna command again, get a buff, counter. Okay, well that goes that guy. I need to be able to apply vulnerable and shield slam him, so he's dead. Now we just gotta survive this red dragon wormling, which he's swinging for 13, which is kind of crazy. He's swinging for so much. Okay, weaken him. Fighter's command, set us up for next turn. So he doesn't do as much. We got 2 shield slams here, so we can 3 and then bam! Hell yeah, some hardy damage. Yeah, honestly, shout out shield slam build. Shield slam build. He's not even gonna be able to get over any of that. Summoning a creature giving me 5 armor is also exactly what we want. And he's dead. Yes, that is Act 2 down. We are flying through this. As much as I would love to capture that awesome creature, I am going to choose a card, see if there's anything else I want. And there is. Focus Mind, in my opinion, one of the best cards in the game. 0 cost, draw a card. Your next card costs 1 less. I think that card's fantastic. We're going to take that. Scholarship denied. Reach 400 plus gold without buying anything for an entire act. And some more magic items. I think when your health falls below 10, gain 5 armor immediately. We're going to take that one. All right, Act 2 narration for you.
Curls across the scorched ground, and the heat of dragonfire slowly fades. The Dominion Keeper lies still, their bracer cracked and dark. The wormling's body cools beside them, its flame finally spent. You stand alone with the truth. This was no bandit, no rival student. This was something organized, intentional. As you leave the battlefield behind, the sky above Zithairis feels heavier somehow. The land itself seems to be holding its breath. Whatever the Dominion is planning, you have now stepped directly into its shadow.
Once again, more lore, very vague, but it's there. All right, Act 3, final act. Okay, I need one more elite node to unlock the secret boss. And honestly, there's like a pretty straight shot right here. I wish I could hit a shop, but I think the only way I hit the shop is if I go down here. So I could go down here. God, that sucks. That's pretty crappy. But we'll give it a go. I'll just do this whole bottom row and see what happens. Bear swinging for 13. Okay. Boom, draw a card, cost 1 less. That will let us play the hatchling. Boom, inspiration. Okay, we are just gonna deal mad damage. Mad damage. Already. Dead. Let's choose a card. Let's get another card. Reflect. Gain 2 armor. Deal damage equal to your armor. That's exactly what we need. Dealing damage equal to our armor. You know we're going to take it. All right, another event. Ooh, this is actually based off of my real life, or our real life cat, but I'm actually just going to pay no attention. I don't want that cat. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh, God. Oh, freaking 2 imps and... It's not one thing, it's something else. Okay. Disgusting. I should have used that weak thing on the big guy instead, because now he's gonna make me weak. Okay. Honestly, not doing too bad. We are kind of cracked right now in the best ways possible. Yeah, disgusting. Choose another card. Anything deal damage equal to your armor. If this kills an enemy, gain 10 armor. Not bad, but is there like just another gain 2 armor and counter 1? I'll take that. A little parry. Alright. Another event. Exchange a creature. I'm gonna exchange my wolf and see what we get in return. A prism-born giant spider. I mean, it's better than the wolf, I guess. Okay, Act 3 mini-boss. Another Iron Fur Bear, Prism-born. Another girly over here. She's a bard. She can gain 13 armor with Bardic Inspiration. Is disgusting. Focus mine. Let's see. What can we do? Ooh, they swung for so much. I lose here. They both are swinging for so much. I just don't see a world where I win. I think I'm about to die. I think I'm about to die right here. You are dead. You are so dead, bestie. I'm not gonna save it to my high scores. When you go back to the menu, the background changes to like the blood from the background video changes and it has this red tint. I don't know if I'll keep it. I just thought it was a cool little gimmick. But I'm gonna click continue. I'm actually gonna show you, we had a score of like 4,000 something, but if I click that and I click choose new keeper, we can now see it's inherited over our score, and it actually also inherited our gold over. So we actually have unlocked Callum, because we have enough score for him, and Entropy, because we have enough score for him, but not enough for her, because she needs 10k. 10, 20, 30, and we didn't get our secret boss because I didn't finish the game. But I'm going to show you the Ember stock market here. Now, the top of these are costumes. So there's these like swim costumes, because who doesn't love a little swimsuit moment? So you can actually use your gold. You'll see I ended the round with 1,511 gold, which has turned into Ember stock gold. So I could use these to buy these cool swim costumes if I wanted to. But there's also new full art rare cards. They're cracked, they're broken. And once you purchase these cards, they will be unlocked in your game. There's all kinds of things here. There's cool things that let you take over creatures. There's really strong creatures. There's even this Construct Z, which is kind of like a ritual summon in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's all kinds of stuff. There's even cards that let you gain gold, like deal X damage and gain X gold, where X is the total of cards in your discard. Fiddlewart's Fixes a 4 cost, which you gain a random potion. So there's some just, new creative things in here that I wanted to put a full art thing, and I thought full art would be a really cool. There's also certain magic items. I've added some new ones, and then some of them have been locked behind this rare magic item thing. So none of these items will appear in your run until you have unlocked them here. For the sake of showing you though, I'll actually purchase a swim costume, and I will go back and I will right click him, and you will see that he now has a swim costume. So if we were to play with him on normal, and I'm just going to show you really quickly. If we go to our first game, he's got our little swim costume on, because of course he does. And I'm going to just have him win a match real quick, so you can see that there is a little homeboy on the beach. The victory screen graphic changes to match them in their swim attire. So, just new things, add to the game, kind of mix it up, give you something exciting. I'm going to choose nothing. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to return to the title screen. And I'm going to show you an account that's already completed the game. So I'm going to click this one. You can see a score of 152,000. Yeah, I've definitely logged some hours in this game. And I'm going to choose a new keeper. Now, this guy completely has purchased everything, but more so than that, I just want to show you the stuff I didn't get to show you before. So, Callum, we've already seen, and of course, Callum's got a swim costume as well. We've got Entropy, which he's wearing his swim costume, which is basically nothing. We've got Seraphis, she's our cleric character, and she looks like a baddie in her swim costume. Then we have Osric, who's a new one. He's an artificer. I love his swim costume because he's in like a hoverboard. We've got Dagger, who's a rogue. She's got a really cool, I like her mechanics because she uses equipment. And then our Necromancer Sylvain is also a baddie. And then last but not least, we actually have, this is our hidden character. You guys never got to see this. This is Trinx. This is the one I was telling you about. That's like from a different, you know, realm and stuff like that. What's really cool about Trinx is they actually have their own game mode. Another thing about them is they're a shapeshifter as well. So when you actually right click them, you have access to all of the costumes of the normal characters, as well as any costumes you purchased. Trinx even has his own little swim costume. I love that. And then there's a couple of just other characters like Mikas here and Sevik. They're actually my D&D characters. Cool Air and Swing are one of my friends. Kuntis is one of my other friends. Just wanted to throw some extra costumes in there for you to play as. I will show you though. I'm going to click the swim costume because I think it's adorable. I'm going to show you what his game mode is. You'll see Interdimensional Being. Build your deck using packs. It's a whole new game variant. So I'm going to click Start Game. I'm going to click Normal. Now he actually uses a pack system. You unlock these packs as you have unlocked the characters. So in order to do this, you still need to build 4 cards in your deck, and so you'll pick 2 packs. So for example, just to show you, and just to show you some new cards actually, I'm going to click Osric, and I'm going to click, let's click Sylvain. So I'm selecting my 2 packs, I'm going to click Continue. Now it's going to draft random cards from those, so 4 and 4, and then you can pick 4 cards from those. These, I'm not going to get into the details of the mechanics because that's a video for maybe another time when I show you the other characters. But Osric uses this mechanic called Scrap. And basically what Scrap is that the damage and everything will scale based off of the cards in your banished pile. So the more cards you have banished, the more your damage output will increase. Then our Necromancer here, they actually have a mechanic called Reap. R-E-A-P, Reap. And this right here is going to scale with the amount of enemies you've defeated, as well as amount of creatures of yours that have been either replaced or exchanged as well. 2 unique types of cards that scale based off of other things. So I'm going to click a construct here. He's actually, Osric is the only, him being an artificer, is the only one that has a creature card in his pool of cards so far. So I'm going to click him. I'm also going to just pick some Reap cards so we can check those out. Grave Chill is broken because it applies free, so we'll do that. Raised Skeleton, we'll do that. It summons a skeleton. There's another unique one, Raised Skeleton, because it summons a companion creature, but it's not a creature card because it lets you keep replaying that card. And then I'll just get a Scrap Shot as well. So those will be our 4. And then I'll just click OK. Now Trinx's item is random, so he always has a random one. But I'm just going to do an encounter just to show you. Time to show these creatures what a real keeper can do. And this is going to be super easy. Summon my companion creature, deal 2 damage, attack. Another thing that isn't really talked about too much, but this Soulstone thing here, if you actually click it, this little combat stats pop-up will appear, and you can see some nerdy information, but it's actually helpful as well. It says like Reap counter, 0, Reap multiplier, what turn is it, cards played, damage dealt, banished cards, although I noticed cards played is technically incorrect. I think that's cards played per turn. And then your scrap multiplier, so you can kind of like see what those look like. So if I were to use a construct here, and you self-destruct, that's going to just kill the guy. But you got Trinx in their little swimsuit, being a little interdimensional weirdo. And then in his case, you would actually choose a pack. So you're gonna see these 3 different packs here. There is a chance to get a rare pack. So we'll click that, and then it'll show you 2 cards of the rare pack cards. So in this case, I'll take the Prismborn Shield Guardian card. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to showcase for now. I would have loved to have finished the thing, but we didn't quite get to the end. But you know, it happens. It definitely happens. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to give you guys a little update. I've been working on this game for almost a year now. And as someone who's using AI for coding and other assets as well, but still fundamentally play testing, creating stuff with my friends, coming up with the mechanics, how are the cards going to work, what do we want to add, what do we want to change, as well as all these other systems that have been implemented. I think the game is really coming along, and I know I have a great amount of fun with it. I mean, I've clearly logged so many hours having 152,000 score. And you know, it's just always cool being able to be like, this card should do this, I'm changing this, we need to add this, and different things like that. But either way, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Leave me a comment below. I know AI can be kind of diversive and divisive in different situations. I'm not here to battle anyone on the ethics of them as by any means whatsoever, but it is cool to be able to have turned something I've always wanted to do, like make a video game, and combine it with the passions I have of something like Dungeons and Dragons, to be able to make something like this that I can just enjoy with my friends and everything as well. And hopefully one day I'll be able to post it online for you guys too. But either way, let me know what you think. If you have any cool ideas as well, leave them in the comments. I want to see what you're thinking. And be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell so I know that you guys checked it out, especially if you got this far in the video. But either way, guys, thank you all so much. If you ever want to play Dungeons & Dragons with me IRL, there's going to be a link in the box below, and you can click that to go to my Start Playing Games page. It's also going to be linked right here as well. And you can, see if there's any games coming up, guild drop-ins, one-shots, all kinds of stuff. Even learn to play. Either way, thank you guys for tuning into my video, and until next time, Knots out.